time he was running for office in 2016, his attempt in 2020, and his reelection now in 2024. It's going to be an interesting case study to see the mental health of the American people, how they've been hypnotized and programmed not only by the two-party system, but by corporate media and the corporate overlords that own the Democratic Party and Republican Party and all of corporate media. It's a system in which people have lost their ability to think critically. Now, I could sit here and say, hey, I've been seeing some really diehard, overly excited Trump supporters, and yes, they're out there. But in the liberal sphere, in the vote blue no matter who sphere, I've been seeing utter hypocrisy. And I remember saying this not only to my colleague Daniel, but to my colleagues in New Dissidents, RBN, Jimmy Dore as well, that eventually, if Trump were to win in 2024, and it's been proven again that he won, he got elected, he got the popular vote, he got the electoral college vote, that we will witness people on social media acting unhinged, being passive aggressively racist, or either that showing their true colors. And I gave this warning, and I've been proven correct. And I don't mean to be an egomaniac about this, but we're seeing a lot of these people on TikTok, on Twitter, on all these social media platforms using it as a way to vent out their frustrations. And I don't know how this is going to be categorized in the realm of mental health and the overall impact of not only the internet, but of the establishment, neoliberalism, corporate media, the propaganda, everything. But I'm really worried about our fellow Americans. And yes, on the one hand, it's easy to laugh. On the other hand, how do we define the mindset of our fellow Americans who are letting politics live rent-free in their head? Case in point right here, I promise you guys you're safe. Thankfully, you are somewhere safe watching this online, because if you were to meet some of these people, you would probably have to run away.
I'm fucking feral today.
Take it easy, lady. Jesus. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Feral today. If you see me, keep walking. Do not make eye contact. Do not square up at me. Don't act like you know me. Like, I want to eat, like, maybe they voted for Kamala, but, like, I want to eat them right now. Like, I want to take a bite out of those glutes in a bad way.
I just want to say, if the roles were reversed and she was a dude and those were ladies walking down the street, I gotta tell you, people would be canceling this person. Okay, I'm just saying. All right. Again, I know people are laughing in the chat. I'm laughing with you too, but I'm also really concerned because we're going to be dealing with this for 4 years. And just a heads up, 2026 is the midterm election cycle. I'm willing to bet that the first thing that the Democrat candidates that are going to be running in that midterm election cycle and be talking about impeachment or promising to impeach Trump, and all these people on TikTok, on social media, the vote blue no matter who sphere, are going to be doing that too.
How am I supposed to go to work?
You get up and you go to work. I go to work too. This is my job too, okay? You got to get up. And look, when I worked at Costco and I was doing Hard Lens Media too, hey, I woke up at 3:30 in the morning to go to my job. When I was in the Marine Corps, hey, you got to get up and go to work. Every day sucks.
How am I supposed to go to work and do all of my normal daily activities when I know that we all just chose for things to get exponentially harder?
Daniel, get up and go see the White House counselor right now.
I live in Texas. I don't understand.
No, Michael, I don't think I could fix her.
How I'm gonna go through the day. And I just want my mom. But my mom voted for him.
See, you can't let politics divide you and your family and your friendship and everything else. And now something a little bit different. The great reveal is what I want to call this. And I'm not going to be doing all of this. This is going to probably, unless something else crazy happens and there's a whole epidemic of people just going nuts on social media. I got to tell you, people are going to show you who they truly are. And to quote the great prophet of hard lens media, matter of fact, the entire year of 2024, all things will be revealed.
All lies will be exposed.
Latinos for Trump, it is time to embrace the consequences of your actions. I've always been a firm believer of fighting fire with fire. If somebody goes low, I'll go lower. Now, with that being said, I know for a fact that most Latinos for Trump have undocumented family members, whether that be their parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, etc. So if you know of a Latino who voted for Trump, I urge you to call this number and report said family members. It's time that these Latinos for Trump get a taste of their own medicine and a taste of poetic justice. Now, I know what you may be thinking, Angel, this is extreme, and I agree, but extreme problems call for extreme solutions. And unfortunately, many innocent people are going to be affected by this, but you can't be that innocent if you raised a Latino for Trump. And before all of the Latinos for Trump come at
So in other words, he's saying, I don't care how you feel. You're all going to jail. You're all going to get deported. I swear to God, some of you activists are the biggest hypocrites I've ever seen. Some of you liberals are the biggest hypocrites I've ever seen. And the reason why I could say it is because me and Daniel, when we started this business 7 years ago, we covered a lot of those protests. It's so good to see all of you again. Back from brunch, I see.
me all angry, this is what you wanted. This is what you voted for. You should be happy. Let me see that smile. But there you have it, guys. Once again, there is that number. You know what to do. It's time that these Latinos for Trump learn the hard way. But anyways.
And who's to say that some easily emotionally triggered person will call that number and target the wrong people or make their lives a living hell? There's a lot of evil in this world, folks. A lot of it. I don't know what the scientists or doctors or mental health experts are going to call this era. And, it's easy to say Trump derangement syndrome, but I'm very curious to read the papers and overall what people are going to find out.
Let me know what you guys think.
Now, hold on, everyone. You're going to get scared. So please don't get frightened. Don't get frightened. Don't get frightened. And don't unsubscribe. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think that our beloved country, America, knows what it's in for with a fascistic society and dictator. I'm not being hyperbolic. I'm not being dramatic. I have said this on tapes before, but I am shocked and crushed at how many people I personally know did not vote or felt like there was no difference between the candidates or just were too self-involved to learn anything about it. And that makes me sad. Just because I live in California and have a lot of protections other states don't, doesn't mean there won't be a federal ban on abortion. And although I know that's sort of funny, me worrying about abortion, but just being a lifelong feminist, I worry about all of it. And the fact that the boys should be just as worried, because if you're really living in sort of the Trumpian, Christo-fascist, mega church, I think Trump is stopping child trafficking, QAnon world, then if your son gets a girl pregnant and they're both 15, then you, of course, will force that they marry and keep having as many Duggars as possible.
Now, there's 4 minutes and 45 seconds of this, and I'm not putting you guys through this, but my God, the projection is real. And this is just one Hollywood celebrity. There are so many celebrities out there that are just panicking, going insane. You want to talk about people who are going crazy? Here. Now, this will make you laugh, but don't laugh too hard. Okay, now this one's going to be funny.
No problem. Wow, genius you are. Can we stop with that? I appreciate it. I don't like the stupid turkeys.
TikTok is listen. Some of you troll. I don't know if this is a Trump troll or somebody just trolling in general, but sometimes y'all go too far. Why are you doing that with Turkey, huh?
All right, let's just knock that stupid shit off, please. All right. I did. I said I was leaving.
What do you think happens to you if he wins?
Well, I'm out of here. I mean, I'm already working on a foreign passport with a completely different name. I don't know how it's going to work as far as dealing with my wife.
Jenny, I've been actually called a jive turkey once a long time ago, but I'll share that story for another day.
And then the following day, get that through your dumb heads. The following day, I turned around and I said that there's no chance in the world that I'm leaving my country. Thank you very much. All right? I'm not leaving anyway. You leave. This is my country. And I have every right, every single right within which to turn around when we stop so we can. All right, 2 seconds. I'm going to end up blocking this idiot.
No, this guy's making your stream gold. You should thank him or her. That's right. I want to be inclusive here. I need a laugh. I need to laugh. This whole thing's been crazy. Now hold on. A little bit more, people. Just a little bit more. Brace yourself.
I've been crying for 24 hours. I went to work and was working while just tears coming down. I ruined my contact. I haven't been this heartbroken since my dog died.
Oh, come on. Stop it. You're fine. Everyone's going to be fine. Everyone's going to be fine. Well, not everybody. And listen, the internet's a wonderful tool, but some things you better just keep to yourself, okay? Okay.
Quick question. So does anybody know how to find or hire a hitman or woman?
I like that she was inclusive. I like that she's inclusive. I might listen. The fact that she was inclusive, she's earned a place in my heart, but there might be a knock. FBI, open up.
Because we don't want to be sexist. So
I like that. Say it again.
Or hire a hitman or woman.
Or lady.
Because we don't want to be sexist. So, but I think we could pull this off collectively. If you want to chip in, DM.
Where are the pronouns? Bizarre, blur, 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 blur. Those are the pronouns. All right. Jamie Teisel, knock it off. I'll be waiting for her after 15 years. I'll be waiting for her. And now look, this right here is starting to get insane because, you know, the one thing I predict happening, and if I'm wrong about this, then I'm wrong. But I'm expecting to see at some of these protests, especially during the summer or spring, and maybe even now, a lot of these triggered people wearing the Handmaid's costume, like whatever that costume is that was in the Handmaid's Tale or whatever. I got to tell you, listen, the book, it's all right in my opinion, but I think people are taking this way over the top. Like way over the top. Like if I were to walk around in Space Marine armor, I'm pretty sure all of you would say, "Hey, Kit, you finally went crazy, didn't you?" And I'll be like, "Yes, I did." So, I mean, come on. The next video I'm going to show you is just how do we signal to each other that we're friends, Well, listen, when you post things on social media and you give content that's pure gold to trolls, you're going to get trolled. 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 Stop it. Get help. Seriously, right now, now's the time to invest in antidepressants, wine, cat food, and I guess those online therapy corporations. If you want to make a financial, wait, don't listen to me. I'm not a financial expert, but I just, I just think that those are some good areas to probably look into, I guess. I say this as a funny comment. Do not take my advice as solid advice, okay?
Fellow white women, how are we signaling to each other now which side we are on? Because I just did school drop off and I don't trust any of these bitches anymore. Are we gonna, is it like blue friendship bracelets? Are we keeping that up? Taylor Swift merch in general? How do I know? Who? Ugh.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is there's a blue bracelet that we need to wear because I want to make.
Wear your identification bag. This is Commissar Hans of the political police. Open the door and follow the orders.
Make sure that nobody ever thinks that I am one of the apparently majority of white women who voted for Donald Trump. I do not want you ever to think that I was one of them. So, is there a particular bracelet? Do we just make it ourselves? Let me know. Send me a link. What do we do? Where do I get said bracelet, or am I just making it myself?
Hey, listen, I'm not going to tell anyone what to do, but if you want to make some money, just set up like an anonymous like web page and make some blue bracelets and sell them for like $5 or $10. I think you can make a huge financial killing. I know Wendy Carballo, she actually makes some beautiful lace products. Wendy, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I think in the off chance you're watching the show, I think you can make a big financial killing. I think you can do it. But make blue friendship bracelets. You'll be a winner. Watch, I'm willing to bet some Trump supporters going to do that.
Love the blue friendship bracelet idea, because I don't want anybody thinking I'm with them either, okay? I think that's something we should definitely go ahead and implement. So when spring and summer comes around, blue friendship bracelet, we got it. We know. But it's fall. Fall and winter, we're all going to be wearing hoodies. We're going to be wearing coats, long sleeves, all that. The friendship bracelet's probably going to get hidden. We need something bigger.
Thank God I hadn't posted this yet. Is there a Black woman-owned company that we can...
Oh, liberals and identity politics. I'm sorry. Some of these people are just... I got to use my Logan Roy quote. All right, it's my favorite one. What he said to his kids. I love you, but you are not serious people. Oh, my God. We have to find a minority-owned bracelet corporation. Well done, white ladies. Well done. Well done. You keep on hitting those home run homers.
Can get these bracelets from, because honey, we owe them. We owe them big.
Okay, so I hear that white women are using blue bracelets to signal to people, to especially Black and brown women, that we are safe. But
you know what that is? It's like, no, you could trust me. I'm one of the good ones. Always be careful, people who say that. Always be careful.
Also want to put out there, while this is great for people to be able to kind of seek people out, that safety from a Black and brown woman.
Jason, you could be right. You very well could be right. Or some of these are very real. And unfortunately, Jason, it's a 50-50 flip of the coin. Some of these are real. If this is all acting, wow, talk about acting. But I sure am seeing a lot of these. And they're real. And I'm so sorry.
Is their own assessment. How do they feel in my presence? How, based on the things that I show up for in my life, am I a safe woman? I don't get to decide that I'm a safe woman. Black and brown women get to decide that I'm a safe woman. And for all
I don't listen. I don't want to speak for anybody. All right, I'm not going to tell anyone what to do. But if you hear someone having a blue bracelet and saying, "No, no, no, I'm one of the good ones," maybe it's okay. Just take 2 steps back. Maybe mutter to yourself, "Oh, okay, we got a crazy one here," and just maybe walk away. Nod your head. Be polite, because you don't know how crazy people are now these days.
All of the blue bracelet white women out there who are really concerned about signaling that they're a safe person to be around, you should not have to signal that you are a safe person. Being the way that you are, acting the way that you act, should be the signal that you are a safe person.
So how do I get a blue friendship bracelet? I'm Gen X. I've never had a friendship bracelet. I've had friends, but I've never had a friendship bracelet.
You're Gen X and you never had a friendship bracelet? You're a liar. You're lying.
Do I need to just go to Michael's? And do I need to go to an associate and say, "Excuse me, where are the friendship bracelet materials? And do I need to buy the things?"
Yes, buy the thing. So, look, I want to read an opinion piece. Now, look, I like Common Dreams. They've done some good stuff here. But there's a lot of unhinged people out there. We will need each other to confront King Trump. This is an opinion piece. It's an opinion piece, and everyone's entitled to an opinion. I'm fine with that. I really am. It only took hours after the majority of Americans chose to return Donald Trump as a strongman-style president for the first bazillionaire supplicant to come forward on bended knee. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, the third richest person on the planet, had already made his intentions clear in the waning days of the 2024 campaign when the influential newspaper he owns, the Washington Post, spiked a long-planned endorsement of rival Kamala Harris at his instruction. There was nothing anybody could do to help Kamala. I'm so sorry. Okay, there. In a rare tweet on Easy Street Wednesday, Bezos, beneficiary of a massive federal contract, laid it on thick. Ooh la la. Big congratulations to our 45th and now 47th president of these United States on an extraordinary political comeback and decisive victory. Bezos posted on X, which is owned by the richest person on the planet, Elon Musk. No nation has bigger opportunities. Wishing Donald Trump all success in leading uniting the America we all love. It almost goes without saying that Bezos said nothing Wednesday about the fact, as owner of the Post, he was also the keeper of a remarkable legacy of watchdog journalism. Nope, I'm sorry. This is corporate media here, Bill Bunch. And honestly, if you look at his name, Bill Bunch, it could be Will Brunch. Will Bunch, that's his name. Will Bunch, but I'm going to call him Will Brunch. All right, lunch brunch with Will Bunch. Continuing on, which defied the White House in 1971, publishing the secret Pentagon Papers, and then produced the investigative reporting that helped bring down Richard Nixon. I'm not a crook in Watergate. There was no Bezos pep talk to his journalists that such heroism for democracy would be acted out now. Less than 48 hours after Trump's election as the 47th president, this kind of silence has been deafening. Although it feels almost normal to flip on CNN and watch talking heads speculate on whom the president-elect is picking for his cabinet, there's nothing normal about the Trump transition, even with a president who's been elected before. So much has changed since the tumultuous autumn of 2016. This time, America's rolling out the red carpet for a king. No, we're not rolling out a carpet for a king. He got elected into office. One who will, in the ultimate irony, preside over the 250th anniversary of the time when we overthrew a monarchy. Look, until I see Donald Trump just waltz down the street wearing a crown, doing a dance, he's not crowning himself king. Stop projecting your fears, but this is how unserious so many people are. This is how foolish a lot of people are in projecting their thoughts and fears about who a person is. And all of this is just nothing but fear. Fear that's causing a lot of these meltdowns that we're seeing on social media. Fear that's causing a lot of people to lose their ability to think critically. To think critically. Instead, we got a lot of emotionally unhinged people out there, and it's very sad. So I just want to read this final paragraph right here. Those of us who oppose Trump, and who were devastated to learn how many of our fellow citizens want to live under his strongman rule, need time to mourn this week's news. Oh, we've been getting the mourning, all right, okay? But it's well worth listening to Snyder's words about not just living under tyranny, but someday soon finding reasonable ways to confront it. We are going to need each other, whether it's in the streets or just at the dog park. And you, we are not alone. I don't know, man. You know, I remember way back in 2016, all the way going up to 2020, covering a lot of these Trump protests. And people were saying that Trump is going to be Hitler 2.0. This is going to happen, and this is going to happen, and this is going to happen. But when Biden got elected in office, nothing fundamentally changed. I don't take joy in watching all these meltdowns. Okay, I lied. Half of me is taking some joy, but the other half of me is concerned. How do we heal as a nation when corporate media has been projecting so much misinformation? How do we heal as a nation when we have a two-party system that's been inherently corrupt, in which anybody and any organization can buy a politician, both Democrat and Republican? How can we as a nation heal when we have politicians doing insider trading and not suffering the full extent of the law? How do we as a nation deal with the unchecked corruption and abuse of power? And people are there thinking that these politicians got our back. They don't. So yes, Trump got elected. He's president for 4 years. And do you want to know what's going to happen? In 2028, somebody else is going to come along that's going to trigger people, cause people to panic, cause people to go crazy. And we're right back where we started from. And all this protesting and all this stuff that we're going on and everything that we're seeing on social media will never really heal. We have to grow up. Now, I'm just going to pull this out here for the activists in Chicago. How many times are all of you going to be forming up somewhere in downtown Chicago just to march in front of Trump Tower? How many times are you going to keep doing it until you realize that it's just nothing but LARPing and you're just pretending to be a resistance fighter? How many times are you going to do it until your brain starts functioning again? Are you going to bring that same kind of energy to any of these offices in the city? The U.S. senators, the U.S. House of Representatives, the Democratic and Republican lawmakers? Are you going to bring that same rage and fury and outcry that you're going to do in front of Trump Tower that's across the river? And again, for my viewing audience, here's Trump Tower right here. Right here is where the people are protesting. In between that space is the Chicago River. It's a waste of time. When you've been to one, you've been to them all. And it gets boring real quick. But to make time pass by, maybe someday, some of you, if you get a chance, when you're at work, slide on the TikTok and laugh a little. But then also at the same time, too, the back of your hair should be sticking up and realize there's a lot of crazy unhinged people out there. And we seriously do have a mental health crisis in this country. For the liberal meltdowns are going to be ongoing and continuous. Here, I'll test fate. How much worse can it get?